Hey everybody, it is May 9th. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I am doing an oracle reading. It's been a minute since I've actually been in my office and since I've done oracle readings. So I'm gonna shuffle the deck once more and see what messages God has for us. I don't know, I've never seen this card. Change is at the bottom. Definitely feeling in my spirit today that there is a shift that is coming upon the collective. There is a movement in regards to the things that you are manifesting, the things we're trying to manifest collectively, as well as some of the inner healing. So 3 cards that I'm pulling today is courage, love, delight, and success is on the bottom. Courage, love, and delight. Collectively, the courage cards has a rocky seashore. It says the waves crash again and again on the rugged, rocky shore. And yet these ancient rocks face each storm with strength and fortitude. They are strong beyond measure, and when the waves are gentle, they stand strong. And when the great storms arrive, they remain strong. They never falter. This card signifies that the enduring, everlasting, passionate courage in the depth of your being is arising. There's nothing you can't confront and face. You are a warrior of light. The sacred landscape behind this card says, step forward, throw your shoulders back, and stand up for yourself with passion. Speak for those that are less fortunate. Be impeccable in all your actions. This isn't the time to be timid and pull back. Don't be limited by the beliefs of others. Use your passion to make difference. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Fearless means fearless. Acknowledge your fear and take action away. Make a stand. You are strong and powerful and have a great valor within you. Definitely agree with that card. And knowing that you're strong beyond measure. Love. It says the wild rose. Roses are universal symbols of love. The rose was associated with Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. It was also thought to represent the truth. In Roman times, a rose was hung in meeting places with the understanding that only truth can be spoken under the rose. In many Native American tribes, some roses are powerful symbols of life. Some tribes believe that the wild roses were protection, so they kept them in their home. The wild rose, as opposed to domesticated rose, represents love that is wild and free and without bounds. It blossoms all summer and be loved by bees and butterflies. Love is all around you. Love is coming into your life. You are already more cherished than you can possibly know. Indeed, you are a sacred vessel for love to flow through you when you stand in the center of it all. All is well, no matter what is happening around you. You know that you are loved and you are lovable. You know that there's nothing that you need to do to deserve love. You are enough, just as you are. The Creator is love. In the depth of your soul, you are love. In matters of the heart and romance, all healing is already healed. In terms of self-love, your confidence and self-esteem are growing as you take time to cherish and care for yourself. The last card is delight. And it's sparrows in the spring grass. The sparrow gains its power from its numbers. In clusters, sparrows eat and forage. And Predators are distracted and deterred, even intimidated by their numbers. Security and joy in numbers is a lesson of a sparrow. Within their community, sparrows are always busy, living life fully. Many cultures align the meaning of a sparrow with joy, and in the Middle Ages, the sparrow was thought to be relieving of suffering, helping one triumph over hardship and bring joy. The sacred landscape behind this card says delight in expanding your life. Clap your hands with glee. Spend time with others. Go to a community gathering. Host a party. The joy you experience when you give birth to immense creativity and your life will blossom. Share your happiness and elation with others and it will grow in leaps and bounds. This isn't the time to be serious or buckle down and get to work. This is the time to be spontaneous and man-cap. Do not make hard and fast commitments. Don't sign any legal documents or make any pledges right now. Don't make any promises or you might not be able to keep them. Give yourself permission to have fun, lots of fun, especially in the community with others. So what I'm gathering from those cards today is having the courage to step past the obstacles and the hardships that are occurring in our life and having the courage to truly love. Sometimes situations and circumstances that occur in our life has caused us some blockages in regards to the love department. Our heart chakra sometimes is closed based off of previous experiences in love, especially if it was not a great experience. But having the courage to really let go of past hurt, past trauma, past pain, having the courage to walk past past loves that weren't necessarily always beneficial to us. Really having courage in moving towards love. It's so funny because I literally have been thinking about self-love and love lately. And how sometimes we have internal blockages that are hindering us from really allowing ourselves to truly embrace love. I was reading something in the last day or so that was saying that knowing that you are, it was a meme. It was knowing that you're capable of loving, but not realizing when you're loved. And I think that it comes when it's a blockage in us that really keeps us in a place of stagnation. It's like some of us are really capable of loving other people that we love unconditionally and love selflessly. But then when it comes to either self-love or receiving love, we don't necessarily always know how to handle it. And it has a lot to do with our past circumstances that are hindering us. But live in the moment, live in the moment, live in the place that you're at right now. Don't allow your past to dictate your future. Really live and find joy and peace and delight in the present. A lot of times we get hung up on what has happened in the past or relationships that were in the past or even dealing with people that we're dealing with right now, what has happened in the past. Sometimes we got to just get beyond that past issue and just really focus on where we're at right now. Where are we at in the here and now? Where are we at in the present? And find joy and delight and appreciate that moment. A lot of times we get so wrapped up about what has happened in the past to us that we forget that there's no better moment than the present. Our past is just to teach us lessons and boundaries and to teach us lessons about what's happened, what we should be well aware of for the future. That doesn't mean close off your heart. That doesn't mean block yourself from people loving you or you loving others, or block yourself from certain experiences. But really just living in the moment. I personally have had issues with that in the past, that I've allowed my past to dictate my future, and I wasn't really able to live in the moment. And then when the situation didn't necessarily go the way that I hoped it would, it was like more or less a situation of disappointment, and I didn't really get to enjoy it because I was so worried about what was going on in the past, and what I dealt with in the past. So I had made a pledge to myself to basically start living in the moment and not necessarily negating people's actions and how they may act towards me, not really associating with past situations and past traumas, but basically like just living in the moment and just allowing people to be who they are and appreciating them for who they are. You know, everybody comes into our life for a reason. Some of them are for reasons and seasons. Some of them are just cyclic and just here temporarily. But regardless of the fact, people come into our life for a reason. So you just find delight in the situation. Find, you know what I'm saying, in an enjoyable moment and just live in it. We get so wrapped up in things being the way that we want to. We try to control the narrative all the time, and we forget to live in the moment, because we can't live in the future and we can't live in the past. So why not live in the present? So those are the messages that I have for you today. You guys you guys be blessed, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Enjoy y'all day.